So guys, Tinubu have been accused of being a complicit in the Nigerian insecurity. Here it said that Tinubu allows insecurity to strive in Nigeria because he has failed to prosecute perpetrators of mass atrocities. Group accuses Emperor Bola of complicity in Nigeria's deaths. They called him Emperor Bola of complicity in Nigeria's death. That means they're accusing him of neglecting and also allowing this bandit to strive in Nigeria. And here also say that Nigeria moved from one of the most crooked nations to the most corrupt country globally under Tinubu. Netizens slam Tinubu. Because under Tinubu government, in fact under APC government, we have lost over 16 top generals in the hands of terrorists, but our government are pardoning and forgiving these same terrorists too. They will forgive them, they pay them salaries, and they'll bring them back into our military. Then tomorrow we are crying about insecurity. And then say that report confirms all-time high abductions, gruesome killings of Nigerians under Tinubu government in first half of 2026 alone. Just in 2026 alone, we have recorded all-time high abductions and gruesome killings under APC government. What have they done for us that will guarantee them the next election? Because that is why none of them are campaigning with what they've done. None of them is campaigning with the achievement. Rather, they are sharing rights, sharing money, buying votes. That's the only thing they can offer. But P2B have been campaigning with what he have done in Anambra when he was governor of Anambra for 8 good years. That's what P2B have been campaigning with. What is APC campaigning with? Only rice, bribery. They are planning to rig next election. That's the only thing they can do. Now, talking of insecurity, here I say that Ankara Sokoto residents block highway as fresh bandits attacks force villagers to flee. People are now fleeing from their hometown because of this insecurity. And what is our government doing about that? Nothing. Rather, they are sympathizing and negotiating with terrorists, and then tomorrow we are crying about insecurity. And here also say that terrorists invade Zamfara community, burn community leaders' home, abduct several residents. These are current happenings in Nigeria. And where is our government? Where is our military? Our own defense minister called them prodigal son. Our own NSA called them our brothers. So how do you intend them to fight insecurities? This is what's happening in Nigeria. But meanwhile, guys, let me go to your views in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.
Some terrorists are occupying part of Nigeria in Sokoto and Plateau State. As I talk to you now, 2 of us. Did you Nnamdi Kanu take away any part of Nigeria and say this is Biafran land when he was agitating? Tell me. Some people are occupying Nigerian territory, Nigerian land as I talk to you today. Who are those people? Did you Nnamdi Kanu go that far?
But Riley Moore, U.S. House member, was in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission, and he visited Benue and Plateau.
Yes.
And when he went back, he said he saw over 600.
Exactly.
Exactly. Internally displaced people.
Exactly.
Now, since he went back to the United States, do you think that it's also on the table that the American government might say, look, Nigerian government, if you want to show sincerity, if you want to show intentionality in fighting this problem, these people must go back to their home.
Exactly.
No, I'm asking, do you think that...
It must. Look, it's not a question of do you think. It must. Mr. Okoro, it must for Nigeria to get back on its tracks. Because you cannot have your citizens living in IDP camp and then you go to bed every night and sleep and wake up. And you swore to protect them. You don't even need US to tell you this. You don't need US. So, are they going to live in IDP camp forever? No, tell me. The people of Benue and Plateau, are they going to live in IDP camp forever?
Barrister, you seem to be missing my point.
What is the point?
My point is, at this moment, those people are still in ID camp. My direct question is, do you think that at some point it will be on the table on discussion between Nigerian government and US government?
I don't told you that, yes, it must. Do you need someone to tell you that? As a government, do you need someone to even tell you that? Let's be sincere here. These are your Nigerian citizens. And I ask you again, are they going to live in IDP camp forever? Would they go back to their home? Do you need anybody to tell you to go and do the needful? More so when the people occupying their villages and their homes are foreign terrorists. Please, what they did, is this for the good of Nigeria or for the bad of Nigeria? Don't tell me. If the idea came from them, the federal government should congratulate them because that is the national service they did. What the federal government could not do, IPOB members or Igbos invited Donald Trump to come and do it. So, why are they not attacking Donald Trump? If what he came to do here was not in the interest of Nigeria. Why should they not own up? In fact, they should be praising themselves that they have done a national duty for Nigeria. IPOB members, when they accuse you of being responsible for Donald Trump, beat your chest. Beat yourself and say, yes, we thank God we did it. Yes. That is what they refused to do. They now invited somebody who came to do it. And let me tell you, remember they have proscribed IPOB as a terrorist organization. So if actually they were terrorist organization, would Donald Trump have listened to them? All this is a shame on the federal government. A group they should recognize for who they are, what they represent. You are not demonizing them, vilifying them. But elsewhere, outside here, they are recognized. So if they accuse you that you are the one that brought Donald Trump, beat your chest and say, yes, we did it. And he came for the good of Nigeria.
Okay. All right.
Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. Seriously. His rights and everything was flagrantly disobeyed. The man who was so ebullient, who was so happy to go and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, is now facing the same thing that he accused Nnamdi Kanu of. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine this poetic irony in life? You can see. Whatever you sow, you reap. If somebody had told Malami that you go through this thing one day, he wouldn't have believed it. The very man who orchestrated Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap and all that, even when the court said he should go, that Nnamdi Kanu should, Malami insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must be brought back and face some spurious charges. The same thing EFCC did to them. When he left the court, they arrested him on the court immediately and took him back to prison. So that is how life is. So with all this development, the whole world can now see that Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. All the things he was saying, nobody said that it is wrong or no, it's not true, it's not happening, no. Is it not the same thing that we are witnessing today? Imagine if the federal government had called these people, like they have been dialoguing with Toju Bello and other terrorists. If they had called IPOB, okay, come, my people, come, what is wrong? What are you people talking about? What happened? For a dialogue. Maybe this thing would have died down. They will not give them the assurances and all that. And maybe they will step down. Like they did this protest yesterday. Did anybody die? Did they kill anybody? Were they carrying guns? That was exactly what they were doing. Before the federal government under Buhari started using guns to kill all of them.
Barrister, talking about the release of Nnamdi, recently, there's been this engagement, this collaboration between the U.S. government and Nigerian government security agencies. And, well, before then US said, before we backpedal, on our threat of having to take out these people, there are certain things that we need you to do. Exactly. And we understand that one of them was the release of Sunday Jackson, the farmer that was jailed by the Supreme Court in Adamawa. Is it Adamawa in Taraba, somewhere in the northeast? Yeah. And we saw him released. He was granted pardon and clemency. Do you think that release of Nnamdi Kanu might at some point come in the table?
He's already on the table.
Between the U.S. government and Nigerian authorities?
Okoro is already on the table.
How so?
Whether the U.S. will put the amount of federal, it's already on the table. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. No. Because it is obvious that that man was wrongly jailed. From these terrorists that are working all over the place.
But I want us to be factual.
The factual is that it's on the table already.
Okay,
At a point, it will come up.
But for now, it hasn't come up.
It's already, discussions are going on.
Let's be very clear. At the point, it will come up, or it's already on the table.
Hold on, I told you now that discussion is going on behind closed doors. Okay. It's not something that we just wake up and...
Between the U.S. government and Nigerian
No. Nigerian government and some Igbo leaders.
Okay. Yes. My direct question is, do you think that at some point, it might be on the table? U.S. will say, look, if you do this, we need you to do this. I
said it's already on the table.
Which table now?
Both Nigerian government and the U.S. government table is there. It's part of it because the Igbo leaders of thought and some other concerns are already talking about it, but it's behind closed doors. Until that discussion is concluded, we are still talking about it. We are still raising that issue. Because we are now seeing that, yes, from all indication, this man was wrongly jailed. The IPOB members, what they have been talking about, have now come to realization. Most Nigerians did not understand what these guys were up to before. all the things they said about Nigeria is what we are seeing today. The thing is that you cannot live in denial for too long. With this peaceful rally and all that, Donald Trump should be made aware of all these things. They should articulate all these things and then make sure that he gets the attention of Donald Trump, because in his first comment, as a U.S. president, that was when this thing happened. Okay. And now he has come back, and the issues are still there, and these guys are being persecuted. So Donald Trump should be made aware. And the Nigerian states, in fact, I should say that it is a shame on them, because what these guys stood for, what they have been talking about, is what the same Donald Trump have come to address in Nigeria. You can imagine. Eh? Is it not irony that the same man they were commemorating his inauguration and all that is the person that have come to save Nigeria? Eh? So on that score, the Nigerian state should carry the shame and recognize these guys for what they were talking about. If they had listened to them, maybe Donald Trump wouldn't have come.
Okay, now.
The earlier APC government take away political sentiment out of this matter, the better. Because even if APC leaves office tomorrow, the next government will inherit this problem. So the earlier they release Nnamdi Kanu, the better. Let them stop all the political sentiment that within Nnamdi Kanu's release, we will not have our way in the Southeast. He will be dominating the... Those things are lost. They are secondary. The important thing is that Biafra land or whatever, or IPOP, is in the mind of the Igbos as I talk to you today. These other people that have done worse since Mr. Okoro, what have you done to them? That is the first question. What Nnamdi Kanu was doing and what these people have done so far, which one is better? It was the activities of these people that made Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria. Didn't Nnamdi Kanu invite Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria? So you should be considerate in whatever you are doing. That is what I'm saying here. These people have done worse things that everybody can see. Yet, they are being pampered. They are being behaving as if it is their right, you know. But Nnamdi Kanu was agitating for what? Self-determination. Is that not the cause of the matter? Did they ransack any village? Did they say that Muslims will convert to Christians before he can lay down his agitation? No! A simple matter that is not recognized by the United Nations. That is why no other country in the whole world have seen IPOP as a terrorist organization, except the Buhari government. So what does that tell you? That is where injustice comes in. You pamper your people who have been killing and maiming and destroying people's land and property. You pamper them, you cover them. But one young man who said, no, what you are doing to us is not good. We want self-determination. You now judge him. Is that fair?
Okay, all right.
No country in the whole world has seen IPOB as a terrorist organization. Now, it is an embarrassment on the part of the federal government that a group they proscribed is now influencing a whole world power to carry out action in Nigeria. A very big embarrassment. They shouldn't even say this. If they have wisdom and intelligence, they should not say this thing. This is a group we proscribe. So how is America listening to them? And to come to it, what Donald Trump came to Nigeria, is this for our own good or for our own bad? The man came to help us to do something nobody could have done in the last 15 years. Please, is it a bad omen for Nigeria? That is the question. Because I know that if Donald Trump did not do what he did, maybe what we are seeing today wouldn't have happened. Because all of a sudden, the federal government have woken up against the terrorists. Is that not true? There are activities now against them. So who made it possible? When people want to talk, please let them reason. Let them reason. Those people who want to reason before you talk. If I thought it was IPOB that did it, what they did, is it for the good of Nigeria and the federal government or not? And so, if it is for the... Why is it that the federal government is not challenging Donald Trump? Say, why did you bomb Nigeria? Who told you to come? That is how to start. And not to be talking anyhow. So I should sit down here and condemn IPOB. If I thought they are the one that did it, what they did, is it for the good of Nigeria? That is the first question. If you answer that question, you can go ahead and talk. By the way, if you have done the needful, will Donald Trump come in? If you have done what you're supposed to do as a federal government to protect life and property, will anybody even enter Nigeria? Both terrorists and Donald Trump, will they enter Nigeria? So please, when they want to talk, let them reason before they talk, so that some of us will not interrogate it. That's what I'm saying here.
All right, so yesterday I got an information that the Oyo State government paid ransom money for the release of the children and teachers that were kidnapped on the 15th of May 2026 at Orire local government area in Oyo State. So it is said that the government paid ransom for the release of those children, but the kidnappers collected the money and have still refused to release those children. Today will make it 49 days in captivity, 49 days with those little children and their teachers in captivity. Tomorrow will make it 50 days with them there. And as of today, you can see all over the internet, nobody is really talking about the children anymore. Nigerians have moved on like they always do. Everybody have moved on from that topic. They are now talking about other trending issues. So everybody have moved on, right? We don't know how the children are faring. We don't even know if the children are still alive. We don't even know if they are still in Oyo State, if they have been moved to another country. We don't know what is the current status of the children, right? Now, this brings us to what I told the Oyo State governor when we protested in Oyo State, and he came out to address us on the 17th of June 2026. I told him something. I said, sir, we don't want this situation to be like Chibok. The Chibok children were kidnapped April 2014. Until today, 16 years later, the children are still in captivity. Some of them were freed 14 years later. Some of them were freed. Some of them never went back home because they were married off. Some of them were sold to other terrorist groups. They were forced to be wives. Some of them have even given birth to children for these kidnappers. 16 years later, they never went back to their family. Some of them, their parents have even died because of depression and how sad the situation is. I told the governor this. I said, you cannot let this be like the Chibok situation. The governor said, Oyo is not Chibok. But it's slowly looking like Oyo is going to be the next Chibok. Because tomorrow will make it 50 days, 1 month, 20 days with those children in captivity. Then I told the governor, I said, we are ready. You should go into the bush. There will be collateral damage. I know what the government are scared of. They are scared of, okay, maybe when they go into the bush, that these kidnappers will just unalive the children and the teachers. But as of now, we don't even know what is happening there. We don't even know if they are still alive. Before you people even thought of going into the bush to rescue, these kidnappers came out, they unalive one of the teachers. Till now, I have refused to watch the video. They said there was a video to that effect. I refused to watch it. I only believe that there was a video because everybody said that there was a video. I cannot bring myself to watch that. You understand? So are we sure that they've not unalived some that they've not posted? The Oyo State governor assured us, the Oyo State governor assured us that the children are not going to spend as much time as they spent before we started our protest. So at the top of our head, we gave him 2 weeks. And today is making 2 weeks, 2 days, 16 days since we did the protest. The children are still in the bush, and it is said that they paid the ransom money. The kidnappers have still refused to release those children. Please, Governor Seyi Makinde, this is the time that you need to actually contact the DSS, the federal government. You need to go into that bush and rescue the children. There will be collateral damage. I'm not speaking on behalf of the parents, but I'm pretty sure that some of them already started accepting their fate. I'm pretty sure that some of them have already started accepting the fate that it's possible that these children are not going to come out again because of how our government treats issues. They only prioritize their own interest. Because as of now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have moved on. I watched him giving a speech yesterday, about making jest of what is trending on social media when they were calling his wife Iyakara. He was making jest of it. Meaning, to a large extent, they see what is going on the media. Or whoever prepared that speech for him at least sees what is going on the media. But here they've abandoned that topic. They've abandoned it. I know, okay, yes, when you keep talking about these things, of course, it keep emboldening the kidnappers. But then again, we are keeping quiet for too long. These children are spending slowly, 6 months, slowly, 1 year, slowly, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then it becomes the real Chibok incident. Engineer Sheyi Makinde, you have to just move into that bush. You have to. There's little we can do as the citizen. You people are not ready to arm us. We've tried to give you moral support. We've tried to say, okay, yeah, we'll support the security operative. We'll go into the bush. You know very well that we cannot go on our own. But we, the people of Nigeria, and the youths that came out to protest that day, they were all ready to go into the bush with you. We are not going to. We are moving on, Nigeria. We have moved on. Tomorrow we'll make it 50 days. Today is 49 days. With them in that bush, 49 days. 49 days. 39 children and 7 teachers in the bush. One of them have been unalive. 39 children and 6 teachers in the bush. Tomorrow we'll make it 50 days. 50 days. Those children have not seen their parents. One of the teachers was holding a child that is less than 2 years old in the video. She was packing a child.
So guys, the level of insecurity in Nigeria is alarming, and they are calling on government to come and do something. Our government are not doing anything. Imagine the level of insecurity in Nigeria is alarming. Every day by day, that we keep on hearing fresh attacks by these terrorists that our government are trying to recruit into our army. These same terrorists have killed many of our Nigerian army, but our government pardoned them. I said under APC government, we have lost over 16 major generals in the hands of terrorists, and our government are busy pardoning them. None of them have been arrested. Even if you arrest them, the government will tell you that you should release them as part of negotiation. Our government are only negotiating with terrorists instead of arresting and calling them to order. But they will do what? They will only pardon them. They will only negotiate with them. And this is a video of VDM that I'll play in my next video, where VDM came out and said that the state government of Oyo State, that he got information that they negotiated with terrorists, and terrorists refused to release those kidnapped victims. Nigerians, which way? We are in a very big danger in Nigeria, because this insecurity is escalating. And like I said, APC government were accused to be the ones that brought in these terrorists 2015 to win election. Then after the election, they have refused to go back, and they are taking over Nigeria. They have taken the whole north. North now is not safe. You cannot even travel to Abuja, to Lagos, to Benue, to Kogi safely, because you'll be scared. What if you're being kidnapped? Because the kind of ransom they're calling is alarming. How do they expect poor masses to get that kind of ransom? Be hearing 50 million, 100 million. From where? How do you expect people to come and read that kind of money as ransom? So guys, let me go to a video about the video. Watch now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys there.